Good day, brothers and sisters. Now, I said I was going to explain things for you, and it's time to go to school. Now, I lost my little attachment to hold my camera up on a tripod, so just bear with me. I have to hold the camera. Earth, okay? Let's see. Here's you or me. Here's like you or me. Hello. Hi, guy. He says hello if you can't hear him, just to let y'all know. The little me, little stick figure me says hi. All right. So we have the Earth, okay? We have height. So we have length, height. Whoops. Okay, height. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Now, to give you a better perspective, we're going to call this the horizon. Horizon. And we're going to give you a better on how something travels. When you have length, height, distance coming this way. So here's the horizon. Things come from the sky like that. All right. Main thing of what we're talking about in this is we're talking about airplanes, airliners. All right. So let's talk what we know. 27,000 feet. Most aircraft fly either around the 27,000 feet mark or they fly under. At 40 to 42,000 feet is as high as an airliner can fly. They call it the service ceiling. Isn't that weird? They call it the service ceiling. From the service ceiling, planes can't fly any higher than this. If planes fly any higher than this, they reach what they call coffin's corner. A coffin corner is when your plane will it doesn't work anymore. Things like propulsion and things like that do not exist. So there's a spot up here where there's no gravity. No gravity. Hit this spot. Gravity brings you down. The ceiling top where they say they have satellites and stuff, this is where they say they put satellites and everything, okay? This is the glass ceiling. Glass dome. All right? And depending on where you are on Earth depends on how close you are to this thing. Because let's see. We live in a crater, okay? We live in a crater. Let's say Florida is right here. Let's say Florida's right there. That's pretty close to the edge. And the sun, as the sun's doing its thing, we're pretty close to the sun. So we're pretty close to the ceiling, which is why they do so many rocket launches off in Florida. All right. So what was I saying? Glass ceiling. It's funny they call it a ceiling. Okay, dome, glass dome. They're talking about there being a spot where they had, and that's it here above this. This is as high as they can fly. The what we're seeing in the sky, where we're talking about chemtrails now. Okay, now we're talking about chemtrails. So airliners at this height are very hard, very hard to make out any markings on it. But you come down here, you know, you have where you can see the markings. So you can kind of see the marking. You really can see the marking. But up here, when we're talking about these planes, we're talking like very small. All right. Very small. They're way up there. You can't see nothing on them. And just like my flash just went off. I guess my phone's about to die. I just drained my battery doing this. Of course I drained my battery doing this. All right. So what when you see these, you can barely see them. And what do you see them doing? You see them making trails, right? They make these trails like this. And what do? Unlike these that make a trail that dissipate, okay? Those don't make trails. You make a little trail and it go away. That's a vapor, okay? A vapor. This stuff is coming, and then as the plane goes, bye-byes, all right? This stuff expands throughout the whole sky. All right, so this stuff, it expands across the sky. And they can make, I don't know, any type of shapes. You know, they can do anything. All right. And when they're mixing in is what I believe is this right here. What I just try to draw. What is that? A little saucer, a little UFO, right? Right, little UFOs, and the the TR3Bs. Um, this is all old world technology from Terra, Terra Tech. All right, when they hit the height of their civilization, at the height of their civilization, they had magnetic machines, flying machines. They understood all of this, just like they do now. Of course, they understood it all just like they do now. So, what do I think, brothers and sisters? I think they are inherited technology, anti gravity technology, which helps you get in and out. There's two gates, I believe. Uh, quick access to the rest of the world, um, which you have. You have it. You just can't do it because they don't allow you. What I think these are doing is that I think these or those. It's a photonic force field. That's why you see cookie cutouts and stuff like that in the sky and stuff like that. Photonic force fields. Okay. And what these are doing is that why they look like airplanes is because these little spots right here are ripping off the dome and raining it down on everybody. Now you mix CERN, HARP, you mix all that stuff together into one thing. You have your deception, brothers and sisters. You have exactly, you clearly see what they're doing. I don't like the ending of that. I got to cut that out the video. But you can see exactly what's going on here. It's that simple, brothers and sisters. I did this Googling by just staring. And not to mention that they do have airplanes. They do have airplanes that do drop from the wings. You see it from the wings. They'll drop this chemical. And yes, into a cloud, into a cloud, because it's it's magnesium, or magnesium. It's sulfur. It's all that nasty shit you and metals and stuff and aluminums or whatever. You introduce it into a cloud, this cloud will get real dark. The next thing you know, bam, you get a storm. But see, in order to take water, in order to make it rain somewhere else will be dry. So yes, you're giving rain to one spot, but you're ruining another spot just by doing it. This is how they're trying to play God, brothers and sisters. This is how they control you. Because by doing this with CERN, because with CERN and all that, they're able to send messages. They're able to write encryptions along in the sky, which is like subliminal messaging, just like watching TV. You look up, you see, oh, that's beautiful, but really, it's some woman being raped by like 5 demons. And the image that's being portrayed is being done at a computer system. It's not being done. It's just the dome particles, which is what I call them, dome particles. The dome particles are just a part of the equation. It's just a part of the equation, brothers and sisters. And we can't bring this back down here because as you can see up here, just like in the when we saw the rocket, or you see the rocket and you see its trail, right? Its trail, and then it hits this one point, and then it looks like it makes a huge splash, and then it keeps on going, but it looks like a hole, shining light, like a portal. Go watch the video again. Look, keep this video in mind and go back and watch my other video and tell me if there's an infinite space. Stay blessed, brothers and sisters.